So tell us 5 things about Château Marquis d'Azlem.
Okay, so Marquis d'Azlem Becker, family Bordeaux, owned it in 2006. And for us, now we are in charge of it for more than 10 years. We can say that first is definitely an understanding treasure. Because just imagine, it's just 15 hectares in Margaux, in the Medoc. So it's just like a garden.
Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, Stevie travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Okay, welcome. Bonjour, Melissa Cobbold. Are you English?
I'm cheating a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, my parents are from England, but I was born in France, so I've always lived in France.
So do you feel more English or French?
No, I feel very French.
Oh, okay. With that accent.
I know.
Okay, so Melissa is the hospitality manager here in Chateau. I'm going to completely butcher
Don't
the
worry.
name. Is...
Château Marquis d'Azlem.
Yes,
Becker.
Chateau and Becker.
Yes.
What's the Becker? What's the story with the
Becker
Becker?
was added in the 19th century to this property, which is a property that's over 400 years old. So it's quite been here for a while. And he was the owner, Becker, of this property in the 19th century. So he added his name to the property.
Okay, so, Sylvain just handed me this book, Bordeaux 1855, a guide to the Grand Cru Classé.
Yes.
Can you tell us what this is all about?
Okay, so Sylvain, it's a book that's a guide to all these Grand Cru Classés in Bordeaux that opened up their doors to visitors to come and see more tailor-made and the specific wines of these Grand Cru here in Bordeaux. So it's more of a guide for people who want to discover and visit these places and discover their wines in their environment. And all of these properties have done a great job to do visits that are very tailor-made, but also very specific to each property. So it's a good guide to sort of introduce you to the world of these Grand Cru Classés in Bordeaux.
Now, this may be a silly question, but wasn't there always this type of guide and this hospitality? Because I see Bordeaux as the big, it's the mecca for the wine tourism.
No, these Grand Cru Classés haven't had always their doors open to the public.
Because they're a bit of snobs, right?
I don't think that's the right way to see it. I think most of them didn't necessarily need to have visitors coming to visit them. And also a lot of properties have renovated or extended, and they didn't necessarily have the facilities to be able to welcome visitors. And this is quite new to Bordeaux, and it's becoming something which people want to come to the properties and discover the wines in their environment and really feel maybe what each chateau is all about. So this is also why these chateaux have decided, or these Grand Cru Classés of Bordeaux have decided to open up to the public.
And how can people get access to this guide?
You can actually find it. It's the edition Flammarion, which is a big edition in France. You can find it, I think, in all of the properties, most of the properties that are in the guide, the Grand Cru Classés of the guidebook, but also within the union of the Grand Cru Classé.
What about on Amazon?
Not sure if we can find it on Amazon.
Because people, this is just me, American speaking,
Yes.
Something practical would be to have the guide before actually coming to Bordeaux.
I have to check that.
Actually, that's Sylvain's job.
Yes.
Not doing very well.
I have to check on that one.
I can't believe he's been working at the Grand Cru Classé for 24 years.
You can on Amazon.
Okay, yes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. We won't fire him just as
No.
of yet. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add about this guide?
I just would like to say that it really is a fantastic guide to actually be able to compare and understand maybe what each property offers. Because as I said before, each one is totally different. And depending on what each one wants to do, it really is good. Because some properties will have restaurants, some not. some will have all their specific detailed tastings also. So that is, and it's actually a very, very a wide variety of things going on in Bordeaux.
So Melissa, just on a personal note, how long have you been working in this chateau?
For quite a while. I've been here since 2015, and we opened up our doors here in 2017, so it's actually quite recent.
Oh, I see.
So I've been here since the beginning of the opening here to the public. And we do have here on this site, Château Marquis d'Alem, we have tailor-made visits for all our guests, but also we have a restaurant on site which also opens up to the public so that people can just come and have a drink, just enjoy the place, and also the gardens, etc.
And what's on the menu today?
Well, not today because we're only opened half of the year.
Yeah.
So today we are closed for the public, but we have garden food, which all comes from our vegetable garden, and we have fresh food.
Okay, excellent. Alrighty, merci beaucoup, Melissa
Merci.
Cobbold.
Thank you very much.
So our Bordeaux journey continues. I'm here in Château Marquis d'Alem, Becker, with Marjolaine de Conique, general manager at the chateau. She has a little bit of she has a very sexy voice this morning. She has
I'm so sorry for that.
So tell us 5 things about Château Marquis d'Alem.
Okay. So Marquis d'Alem Becker, family Perraudot, owned it in 2006. And for us, now we are in charge of it for more than 10 years. We can say that first is definitely an understanding treasure. Because just imagine, it's just 15 hectares in Margaux, in the meadow. So it's just like a garden. That's the first important thing. The second thing is how it's located, just behind Château Margaux, and in a place where we did a huge work during 5 years just to offer it, a sort of écrin, a place you never find all over the world. And why? Because the other very important point is we have a twofold culture. It was the case in the past because Jean Berlin Sterling, the owner who obtained the classification in the 19th century, in 1855, was also, exotic person with a lot of work with the east part of the world. And now you have the family Perraudot, half Chinese from Hong Kong by Carrie Perraudot, Nat's mother, and half French, and really French from Brittany, Nathalie dad. Here, it's just a quest for excellence. Feet by feet, foot by foot, more than plot by plot. And we try to make a real handcraft work. And to finish, just to let you know that beyond the vines, we have other projects, because Nathalie is a very contemporary young woman, and we have just started our own brand of Japanese sake. We work with a brewery near Osaka, and we do a little production. The name is Yukikuma. Why? Because Yukikuma means snow bear. And snow bear was the nickname of Nat's dad.
So I have a personal question for you, Marjolaine. Usually the wine industry, it doesn't have a lot of very many female CEOs, and especially I think in Bordeaux, right? So, and how long have you been a CEO for this company?
I arrived here in 2010, so around 14 years now. And before that, I was also CEO for other estates on the right bank and the left bank too. You're right, when I started, but it was in year 2000, we were not so many women, but you can easily check now, you have more and more. And just because I think, everybody has understood that we are different And it's really great to be women and men, because to have the complete vision of the world, because nowadays you need to be a good producer, but also a good marketing person, but also, of course, a seller. So for that, it's great to have a team with a certain mixity,
Diversity.
women and men, diversity, sorry.
So I spoke to Laure Canu yesterday,
Yes.
and I asked her the same question, which I'll be asking you now. Okay. So for young women out there who are unsure about venturing into the wine world, because these are challenging times for the wine business, what kind of advice would you have for these young women?
I will tell them, just have a vision. I think, especially maybe because we are in France, in appellation d'origine contrôlée, means there's a lot of rules of production and we can't change them a lot. But on the same time, the market, goes very, very rapidly. The consumer taste is changing. Mm-hmm. They want more fruity wine. They want more simple wine. So you need to have a vision of the wine you want to produce and to maybe accept to adapt it to the market and be able to react very rapidly. So just trust to yourself and go on with a certain vision, because as you know, when you plant a vine, you plant it for 40 years. Mm-hmm. So you need to have the good idea.
Okay, that's good. And thank you for your hospitality today. And that was 5 things about Château Marquis d'Alès.
Becker.
Okay, Becker. And Becker too. And with Marjolaine de Koning, who's the general manager at the estate. Thank you very much. And that's a wrap.
You're welcome, and I love now to offer you to taste our sake, to change a little.
Yes, excellent. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Join her again next week for more interesting content on the Italian wine scene. You can also find us at ItalianWinePodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. You can check out our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, to watch these interviews and the footage captured at each location. Chin chin!